It is fantastic to, I was going to say see, now it's fantastic to see all of you. It's been a long time since we've been able to do this, and it is terrific to have everybody back at the Genovese Center after a 2-year hiatus. And of course, over these past couple of years, we have all gone through so many ups and downs, but we're here today remembering and celebrating all of your athletic accomplishments and academic accomplishments on and off the court, the field, the track, the course, the pool, wherever your athletic endeavors take you. Some of you know me, and I'm sorry for that. For those of you who don't, I'm Mark Ernay, one of the play-by-play voices on the Terrier Sports Network. There's so many student athletes who over the past 2 years stepped up in a number of ways to help us get to where we are today. We want to start by recognizing the members of the Terrier Sports Network, the social media teams and the athletic department who've helped us achieve new goals with their commitment to supporting all of you, our student athletes, as well as the coaches and staff. And as I read your name off, we want you to please make your way to the stage and receive a certificate of appreciation for all you've done. And on behalf of myself, I want to thank you all and welcome everybody who's watching on the Terrier Sports Network today who couldn't be here. Let's start with Mary Lockton and Martha Locken. I want to make sure they come up together because they have a tendency to try and fake people out by doing things separately. That'll happen with identical twins. Khalil Kashwar. Tahila Siraj. I didn't recognize you. Tamika Siraj. Jordan Moorer. Tamia Motley. M.K. McKendry. Warwick McInnes. Sopna Sar. Victoria Panchu Singh. Dimitri English. Renelle Sandiford. Rahima Morris. Jasmine Craig. Wow. Holy moly. Alizé Brazier and Jared Thomas. Let's also thank our executive producer, Jamal Clark, and our sports information director, John Wagner. Thank you, guys. Again, thank all of you for all you've done for SFC Athletics over this past year and the last 2 years. We know being committed to your academic and athletic successes is something you all work so diligently at. These past 2 years have really shown us more than ever that giving of yourself and your time and your effort to help and be there for others is truly inspirational. And that's why this year we've established the inaugural Terriers in the Community Class Award. It's an award meant to recognize the inspiration and the commitment some of your fellow student athletes have shown to others through their impact on our community. Nominated by your coaches, we ask the inaugural Terriers in the Community Class of 2022 to please come up to the stage and receive your certificate when your name's announced. From the women's soccer team, Sage Bernstein, Ashton Van Horn, and Mackenzie Dewey. From the men's soccer team, he brought the house down earlier today, Ridwan Hanan. Andrea Lanchaneza from the men's volleyball team. From our women's volleyball team, Angelina Wintonik and Isabella Santiago. From women's basketball, Alyssa Fisher. Tolu Atolagbe and Anna Maria Leal from track and field. You'd think the track and field move faster. You're not in a hurry, it's okay. Just making a little observation. Once again, let's hear it for our inaugural Terriers in the Community, Class of 2022. We want to thank you again for your dedication to your sports, your academics, and your community. You're all an inspiration to all of us. Now, before we jump into our team awards, and there are many, I hope you didn't park at a meter, let's check out some highlights from this past year.
Brooklyn Heights, Brooklyn, New York, USA, St. Francis, Brooklyn, Terriers are back.
We came a long way.
Kangaroo Russ finds a way.
And I could do all things. I could do all things.
Rivera, Max Terriers. And St. Francis, for the first time since 2015, has defeated Central Connecticut State.
I'm not afraid of the moment. I'm not afraid, I can't hold it. I gotta show them. Gotta get up in the morning. I gotta do it for Kobe. Lately I'm on it. Lately I know where I'm going. Taking whatever control it.
Keeper's
Show me
out.
your opponent.
And
Show me your
Yusufi
opponent. I
puts
gotta
it in
get
the
what
back
I'm
of the
starting
net.
to own it. We came a long way.
Distance, what a goal!
I can do all
A
things.
fantastic strike puts the Terriers in front.
Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things, and I can do all things, and I can do all things.
To the post, and it is in! The equalizer from Tavuskovic.
Our first men's soccer award is the Coaches Award. This year's winner, a captain and the team's second leading scorer. A consistent presence in the midfield this year, scoring in several key moments, netting a strike from distance against LIU in the regular season, tying the NEC championship match against the Sharks. A former all-conference selection who scored the game winner against Milwaukee in the NCAA tournament back in the spring of 2021. Our Coaches Award winner, Ivan Tavuskovic. Hey, good to see you. How you doing? Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Next award up, the Men's Soccer 2022 Most Valuable Player. The MVP this season, the first player ever in St. Francis College history to be drafted directly out of school into the Major League Soccer Super Draft. He was the team's leading scorer and the Northeast Conference Player of the Year. He tallied 13 goals in 16 matches, one of the top 10 scorers in the nation. And in addition to being the top player in the conference, he made the United Soccer Coaches All-Region team. Let's meet from NYCFC, the Major League Soccer Cup champions, El Madi Yusufi. Good to see you. Now to women's soccer. This year's MVP, essential to the Terriers' defensive efforts. She started and played every minute of every match. She posted 5 shutouts on the season, was named Northeast Conference Defensive Player of the Week twice, and an NEC Prime Performer once. Earlier this year, she was called up to the national team for Trinidad and Tobago, playing in the CONCACAF Women's Championship. Khalil Keshwar. Congratulations. Now this year's Coaches Award for women's soccer. To a player who started in 17 games, ranked in the top 4 on the team for minutes played this season. She's been an integral part of the squad since the start of the program back in 2019, an excellent leader and teammate. The team and the coaching staff thank her for her accountability, dedication to the program, and her invaluable ability to be the connection, the conduit between the coaching staff and the players. Brianna Van Giesen. Good job. Congrats. As we're here in the Genovese Center, it only makes sense that we focus now on volleyball, where the men's team just wrapped up the season here a week ago yesterday. Women's volleyball first. This year's Coaches Award, presented to a player who came in this year ready to learn and always eager to learn from the coaching staff, who has brought an infectious energy to the program. A regular in the rotation, she earned a starting spot the last 6 matches of the season, helping close out the season on a 4-2 run. Awarded the NEC Rookie of the Week for the last 3 weeks of the season. She's been the most improved player this year. Freshman setter, Monica Vargo. You made it. Congratulations. We have a fellow freshman rounding out the team awards, the newcomer of the year. Also the program's first Northeast Conference co-rookie of the year, who burst onto the scene from her first match in a Terrier's uniform. Throughout the season, she earned 4 NEC Rookie of the Week accolades, various all-tournament team honors throughout the non-conference part of the season, a workhorse with a bright future who finished this year second in the NEC in digs per set, a stat that I had no idea what it meant 3 years ago, by the way. And also total digs. It earned her not only second team All-NEC, but also Conference Rookie of the Year honors. We want to congratulate freshman libero Alasha Cologne. Yes, I think you follow her. Next up is men's volleyball. And the winner of this year's Coaches Award has been crucial to the successes of the men's volleyball program this season. Stepped up, played 3 different positions for the Terriers, including the team's second middle blocker for most of the year. He always keeps a level head, and he works extremely diligently on his craft. Bartek Zielinski. Congrats, buddy. Now for this year's men's volleyball most valuable player. The anchor on the back row this year. He earned EIVA Defensive Player of the Week 3 times over the course of the season. Continues to be top 5 in the nation in digs per set. He set an NCAA Division I record for the most digs in a single match. Always ready to compete at the highest level. Has been an asset, giving his knowledge to other players on the team. We can't wait to see where his career takes him. This week it took him back to Italy. But we want to congratulate Nicola Iannelli, with Derek Trung accepting on his behalf. Molto bueno. We'll turn our attention now to cross country and track and field. This year's men's cross country most valuable player, a senior from Elmont, New York, the most consistent and reliable cross country runner this year. He showed up to every practice and meet, and we're thankful for his time here on Remsen Street with us, Tavis Charvis. Long time no see. This year's Men's Cross Country Coaches Award goes to one of Brooklyn's very own. Throughout the season, he was consistent and determined to improve his pace. He's been willing to take coaches' directions. A key member of our athletic department as well, Shedrick Rodriguez. The MVP on the women's cross-country team hails from the Bronx. She's known as the team's Iron Woman, consistently the top scorer on the women's side at every meet, and runs every workout with a purpose to be great. We are grateful for her as she pushes the team forward, Maria Grijalva. The newcomer of the year for women's cross country, a first-year staple competitor all season, a regular in top 5 finishers at all of St. Francis Brooklyn's meets this year. Congratulations, Esther Richardson. Congrats, Esther. Moving indoors now. The MVP for men's indoor track and field this season goes to the silent leader of the team's sprint group, with an infectious smile and a dedication to learning the sport and humility that makes training him an absolute joy. He currently holds the school record at 200 meters. A blistering 21.27 seconds, which he ran at the IC4A Championships in Boston last winter. He spent the season breaking his record over 3 times and has at least 6 of the top 10 all-time records in that distance in school history. He holds over 12 lifetime records in track and field on the books here at St. Francis College, both indoor and outdoor. Congratulations, Brian Strachan. Now to the newcomer of the year for indoor men's track and field. He came in under the radar. I'm only reading what they wrote here for me. He made leaps and bounds to advance our jumps division of the track and field program. He's already shattered 3 school records for indoor and outdoor in the jump. He's garnered 2 IC4A All-East awards. In the triple jump, he's currently the 7th ranked freshman in all of Division I, and we look forward and are excited for what the future's got in store for him. This spring, he continues to break records, remaining a top competitor for the program, Malachi Aiken. If anybody's got any contacts at GQ, send them his way. On the women's side, the newcomer of the year for indoor track and field goes to an athlete who has consistently improved through each meet she's competed in. A regular on the leaderboard across the conference, already one of the Northeast Conference top triple jumpers. She's qualified for the ECAC Indoor Championship in her first year and will be exciting to watch beyond words in the upcoming years. Beyonce Blake. Our female indoor track and field MVP goes to an athlete who accepted the challenge this year to hone her skills at other track and field events that she previously had little or no experience in at all. At the Indoor Mets Championship this past season, she scored a team-high 21 points across 4 events, capping her season off with a silver medal at the NEC Championship in the high jump competition. She's also helped the younger jumpers develop at practice and has developed into a team leader in her own right, Armani Dunkley. Now for the outdoor awards. Our newcomer for outdoor track and field, a dynamic and charismatic young sprinter with raw talent that he's honed throughout this past year. He holds the responsibility of being the team soundtrack everywhere the team goes, with his voice following the team everywhere they go. A rising star in the conference who currently holds 11 school records, both indoor and outdoor, including most recently breaking the 400-meter time at the Yukon Northeast Challenge. I don't know if we can get him to sing for his lunch, but we'll try. Maki Thompson.
Congrats. Good work.
Now the men's outdoor track and field MVP, a 5th-year jumper and sprinter from the Bronx, a familiar face in both our program and the community, always working his hardest to increase his competitive edge and make others smile. A consistent member of the team from his first year here on Remsen Street, He's helped the program continue to grow and rise in the NEC standings every year. From the Bronx, Keisha Saravia.
Bronx representative. All right.
If only we can get them to come out of their shell a little bit. For the women's outdoor team, the outdoor track MVP in her junior year continued to build off her impressive run from the indoor season, leading the women's side of our program outdoors as well. A top regular finisher outdoors. We're excited to see what she'll continue to do for the remainder of this season and then into her senior year. Once again, Armani Dunkley. Weren't you just here?
You like the Chick-fil-A. That's what you like, girl.
Now the Coaches Award for Women's Outdoor Track and Field. A junior from right here in Brooklyn, who has not only stepped up as one of the leaders within our track and field program, but she's proven time and time again to be a leader among her student athletes. A SAC executive board member surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion, who has initiated many programs and events for her fellow student athletes as well as the campus community. Let's say hi again to Tolu Atolagbe. And she'll be thrilled to know she doesn't have to do another speech. Unless you want to do another speech. Thank you. At this time, we want to welcome a new addition to this year's awards ceremony, the SFC dance team. The Newcomer of the Year award goes to one whose dedication and high energy on the court and on the sidelines leaves her front and center always. And she puts her heart out on the court each and every time. Oftentimes, after a performance, she'll ask, did that just happen? Oh, it happened all right. DeMarie Hamilton. Congratulations. We also have two Co-Coaches Award winners this year, shared by two individuals who have shown up for nearly every practice and game this season. We recognize them for their commitment to supporting the growth of the program. Valerie Morales and Citlali Martinez Valle. Congratulations. Thank you, dance team, for being here and supporting all of our programs all year. We turn our attention now to the hardwood, and we'll start with men's basketball. Head coach Glenn Bryka in the house. Men's basketball program would like to honor the Co-Coaches Award winners this year. Our two honorees unable to attend, Michael Cubbage and Patrick Emilian, who both brought great skill and leadership to the program as graduate students. They each led the team in scoring and rebounding throughout the season, starting all 27 games they appeared in, and they were regularly named NEC Prime Performers throughout the season. Each set new career bests throughout a number of categories as the season went on and helped the team to a 5th place regular season finish. We congratulate Mike and Patrick on their accomplishments, and we wish them the very best in all their future endeavors. Now we'll turn to women's basketball and head coach Linda Simino. Hi. Starting with this year's newcomer of the year, a young lady who made an instant impact on our program, not only as a vocal leader, but as one of the most athletic players and best defenders on the squad. Some highlights of her amazing first year on Remsen Street: 13 points scored in the upset over Power 5 program Michigan State. Downstairs in the Pope was only her 5th collegiate game. She also had a career shooting night at Mount St. Mary's, 4 for 4 from three-point range. Also a career-high 15 points up at Sacred Heart. A member of the All-NEC rookie team. This year's women's basketball newcomer of the year. She's home in Tennessee, but we wish her well and congratulate Jayla Lee. Now to this year's Women's Basketball Coaches Award. This was an easy choice, as anyone who knows her will tell you she is always willing to help out a teammate or any other student athlete any chance she gets. Her smile lights up any room she walks into. She has an amazing way of bringing energy to practice every day, too. A defensive specialist for the team, 2 huge steals, and a breakaway layup in the upset of Michigan State. She embraced her important role in the program. We are ever so thankful for all of her contributions. She's graduating early in only 3 years, and she will be greatly missed. Jada McMillan. Congrats.
Thank you.
Let's hit the pool now. In a manner of speaking, I don't think we'd all be able to fit. We'll honor our water polo programs. The newcomer of the year for men's water polo hails from Athens, Greece. A sophomore defender, one of the hardest workers in and out of the water, scored the winning goal against Harvard to put the team in the finals for the first time since 2013. Awarded NWPC All-Conference and All-Tournament First Team, Adonis Vlasis. Now the men's water polo MVP for this season, a junior from Serbia who competed hard through the entire season, whose efforts were awarded and rewarded by being named an All-American honorable mention, the first Terrier to receive an honor like that since 2013. Also, 2-time NWPC Rookie of the Week, one of the leading scorers on the team, named to the NWPC All-Tournament and All-Conference First Team, Aleska Siskovic. Congrats. On the women's side, the women's water polo newcomer of the year, a first year from Hollywood, Florida, who's made an immediate impact on the program. The team's leading scorer, one of the hardest workers on the squad in practice and in games, who always brings a positive attitude and her own unique ways of keeping the team positive and moving in the right direction. Congratulations, Sydney Devrote. Congratulations. Now time for the Women's Water Polo Coaches Award for 2022, which goes to a senior from Chicago who has been through quite a bit with this program, but has stuck it out and always remains with a positive impact on the team. The captain this year, a terrific team player. She led the team in both in and out of water. We're talking about Erin Brakey. Let's focus now on the men's swimming and diving team. The 2022 men's swimming and diving most valuable player goes to a junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, who has made an immense impact on the men's swimming and diving program since joining us here in Brooklyn. Two-time NEC champion this season, won both the 100 and 200 freestyle. And with those wins, he also recorded the fastest time in Northeast Conference history in both events. Daniel Mateus Santos has set 3 individual team records in the 50, the 100, and the 200 free. And this past year was also a member of 4 record-breaking relay teams. Daniel Mateus Santos.
Congratulations.
Now to the men's swimming and diving newcomer of the year. A first year from Helena, Montana. One of the most versatile swimmers on the team. Currently ranks top 5 in 8 different events, including the 50 free, the 100 free, the 1,000 free. I'm getting tired just reading this. The 1650 free, 100 back, 200 back, 100 fly, and 200 fly. He's a consistent competitor, the 3rd highest point scorer on the team. Placed in the top 8 of all 3 events at the Northeast Conference Championships. Finished his first year here on Remsen Street with a 4th place finish in both the 200 back and 200 fly, and was also a member of the record-setting 200 medley relay. Robbie Wagner.
He just ran the Brooklyn Marathon too. He just finished the marathon.
He's a little sore after running in the Brooklyn Marathon today. And you made him go up the stairs.
Thank you. How much did you get Jedi?
Congratulations.
How much did you get Jedi?
This year's women's MVP goes to the team captain, a junior from Mexico, who currently holds the top time for the 1,000 free in the NEC. She earned the 4th place finish in the 1650 freestyle at the NEC Championship and led the team in points scored for the season, Maria Jose Lopez. Congratulations. And now to the women's swimming and diving newcomer of the year, a first year from Australia, who scored the 3rd most points for the team all season, a top 8 finisher in both the 100 and 200 breaststroke at the NEC Championships, and a top 16 finish in the 200 individual medley, Elena Pistrin. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. What say we keep rolling, terrible pun, to women's bowling. This year we'll recognize co-MVPs who hail from Pittsburgh, PA and Staten Island, NY. Two fifth-years who've shown the utmost commitment to the program. They were chosen as co-MVPs not only because of their accomplishments on the lanes, but most importantly, off the lanes. This season, a particularly challenging one, they showed grit, great leadership and support for all their teammates. Their commitment and dedication to the team for the last 5 years has been the reason why this program's still alive. A couple of true Terriers at heart who will be Terriers forever. Lexus Ortiz and Kimmy DeTavio. See, if they had come up on either side, opposite ends, they'd have been a 7-10 split. We also want to give a shout out to a couple of women's soccer players who stepped up to the lanes and helped compete this season. Lizzie Lewis and Tristan Thompson-Cottrell. Time now for a little serve, a little volley. Men's and women's tennis. We have 2 Coaches Award recipients for men's tennis. First, to a member of the squad for 3 years, helped us out tremendously, both on the court and off. His leadership will be greatly missed, but he's planted the seeds for all those who come behind him. Dennis Sanchez. Congratulations. Next, a young man who's made an immediate impact on the team despite only being with us for a year. He has proven he is a winner and a leader both on and off the court, William Lindqvist Nielsen. Congratulations. As for the Women's Tennis Coaches Award, that is going to an intense competitor and hard worker for the team, again, both on and off the court, who continues to improve every time she hits the court. And we look forward to her continued improvement over the next few years. Valentine Moudry. Congratulations. Now the women's tennis MVP, a first year from Cali, Colombia, who joined us in Brooklyn and immediately hit the ground running. A consistent competitor at practice and in competitions, her growth this past year helped lead the team into the conference tournament. She was an unmistakable cog. Lindsay Valencia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That concludes the individual team awards. Let's have one more hand for all of our winners. Now, before we get our Rocky Awards, we want to recognize a team within our athletic department that collectively has gone above and beyond, helping make our community here at St. Francis College more united and stronger, as well as helping in our surrounding communities. We want to thank the women's soccer team for all of their continued engagement in the community here at home and beyond. Their commitment to using their platform as student athletes and leaders here at St. Francis, engaging, inspiring, and educating us and others is something we hope all of our teams will continue to strive for. We'd like the captains of the women's soccer team to please come up and accept the first ever Terriers in the Community Team Award. And there they go. Now we're going to announce the Rocky Awards. These awards were nominated by coaches and the SAC committee and were all voted for online. Now, before we give out the awards, we need your participation to vote for this year's Male and Female Play of the Year. If you can please direct your attention to the video board. Take a look at this year's nominees.
Haley Russell forward. Schultz. That's a pretty good ball headed forward. Kendra Rust, and Kendra Rust finds a way. Kendra Rust would not give up on it and created offense seemingly out of nothing. What a fine first goal in the promising career of the freshman from Minnesota. And the Terriers back in front.
Oh, good hands.
Nev with the steal. Trying to outrun Perkins. Drops it off with an oh-look and a pretty finish.
A great championship final right there. Benedict Lenvi of St. Francis College finishing third in 140.43. The silver in lane 4, 138.46. The first right there, they're breaking that record. Brown University swimmer Connor Lustrom. And now your new record holder in lane 5, 137.69. From St. Francis College, Daniel Mateos Santos.
Highland able to close down. Badar Mesrar there gets a foul. Sharks unhappy with that one, but they'll carry on. Ball played out to the far side. And a long shot from distance. What a goal! A fantastic strike puts the Terriers in front. It's Ivan Tapasukovic, and that is a massive strike for the Terriers.
36 of 43 on the year. Doesn't get it to fall. Terriers have no timeouts. Cubbage to tie or win. 4 seconds. Spins. Hits.
Whoa!
Tie game. 1.1. Sacred Heart inbounds. Half court heave. No good. And for the first time this season here at home, we've got bonus basketball. You just saw them live on the screen. We'll review this year's Play of the Year nominees in just a little bit. They were all great plays. Now it's your turn to vote. On the back of your banquet program, you'll find a QR code. Please take a moment, scan the code. That will take you to a live survey. And there you can vote for your favorite Play of the Year. Okay. Everybody good with that? On to our Rocky Awards. Is Rocky here? I told my wife if she wanted to come, she had to dress up as Rocky. She didn't go for it. Our Rocky Awards are voted by you, our SFC student athletes. The first Rocky Award this year goes to our female newcomer of the year, the first SFC student athlete to be named Northeast Conference Co-Rookie of the Year in women's volleyball. Second in the conference in digs, averaging 4.76 a set. She appeared in all 29 matches for the Terriers in the fall, reaching double digits in digs 27 times. And she totaled 20 or more digs in 11 matches. She recorded the second most digs in a match among the NEC with 33 in the Terriers' win over Central Connecticut back on October 30th. The only true freshman to be named an all-conference selection, she took home second team honors this year. We congratulate this year's newcomer of the year, Alasha Cologne. Now to our male newcomer of the year from men's volleyball. A young man who transferred in as a sophomore from his native Italy and helped the program to its most wins in a season since inception. He broke the NCAA single game dig record with 31 back on March 26th down at George Mason. Was consistently in the top 5 among all Division I players in digs per set. As of earlier this month, he was 4th nationally with 2.77 digs per set. Played in 18 of the Terriers' 21 matches as their libero and also filled in as an outside hitter. We're talking about Nicola Iannelli, who is back home in Italy, but we want to make sure he hears our round of applause. Congrats, Nico. Serving as Nico Iannelli's stunt double, Derek Trump. Up next, our female record-breaking season award. The winner of this award probably should have stayed up here a couple of seconds ago. She hails from Carolina, Puerto Rico. She burst onto the scene this year within the St. Francis Brooklyn women's volleyball team and the Northeast Conference. Once again, the first Terrier to be named the NEC Co-Rookie of the Year, the only freshman to be named NEC All-Second Team in 2021. A program record, at least since 2010, 519 digs. Once again, Alasha Cologne. Now, before we let her sit down, do we have anything else for Alasha? Our male record-breaking season award goes to a junior on the men's swimming and diving team from Sao Paulo, Brazil, who set 7 team records throughout the season, setting and resetting the 50, 100, and 200 freestyle records at the ECAC Championship, which were then reset again, which I suppose would be reset in the Northeast Conference Championship. At the NEC meet, he set 5 team records, 2 conference championship meet records, and 1 Spire Institute pool record at the host venue. A member of the relay teams, which set school records for the 200 freestyle relay, the 800 free relay, the 400 medley relay at the NEC Championship, and the 400 freestyle at the ECAC Championship. Once again, Daniel Mateus Santos. Another one who's getting all the steps on his Fitbit in today. Congratulations, Daniel. Now to our Brooklyn Tough Awards, which are given to a female and male student athlete who've overcome an injury or setback over the course of their careers. These award winners have shown the true Brooklyn Tough personality while competing for the St. Francis Brooklyn Terriers. Our female Brooklyn Tough Award winner from the women's basketball team. She suffered multiple knee injuries, including more than one in the fall of 2021, multiple ankle sprains throughout this past season. She was rehabbing daily and yet earned a constant spot on the court, helping the women's team secure the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. She was also selected to the All-NEC second team this season, and you'll see her a little while again in one of the Plays of the Year nominees, Nevena Dimitrievich. Congratulations. Good to see you. Now for our Brooklyn Tough Award on the men's side, which goes to one of Brooklyn's very own. From the men's basketball team, he sustained partial tears in his calf and hamstring at the beginning of the just concluded season, yet powered through continual rehab sessions to have his best season yet, as he averaged more than 9 points a game, and he set a new career high with 23 points against Central Connecticut. You probably know him like the rest of us do through his viral videos. Light Cheese, Larry Moreno. You have a stunt for us now? I figure if we bring the hoop down, you can bounce it off the wall, bounce it off a fan, bounce it off a couple of heads, nothing but net. His latest, by the way, bowling. Extraordinary. Let's now announce our Plays of the Year. You just saw them a couple of minutes ago live on the screen, but we will review this year's nominees one final time. From the men's side, we had Michael Cubbage and his buzzer-beating shot here at home against Sacred Heart that forced overtime. We had Daniel Mateus Santos and the final lap of the 200 record-setting freestyle final at the NEC Championships. We saw Ivan Topuskovic and his long-distance goal in the regular season finale against LIU. On the women's side, the behind-the-back pass from Nevena Dimitrievich, which I am humbled to have been a part of, along with Phyllis Mangina, and it earned the NEC Women's Basketball Play of the Year. Kendra Rust had a doubleheader over a defender and the goalie for her first collegiate score. And Armani Dunkley's second place high jump at the NEC Indoor Championships. Stand by for the winners. In the meantime, let's announce our athletic department award winners. Sorry. Disregard everything I just said. We'll get back to the awards in just a second. The winning plays of the year: Daniel Mateus Santos and his record-setting 200 freestyle final in the Northeast Conference Championships. You're spending more time up here than I am. And the Women's Play of the Year from basketball, behind the back. The kicker to this story, by the way, is the week before we were snubbed from the NEC 9, and when this play finished, I made a specific reference taunting the NEC, and I said, I hope you saw that one, NEC 9, and it wound up being the conference's Play of the Year and your Play of the Year, Nevada Dimitrievich. Before we get to the Athletic Department Awards, we have a special guest in the house. Without him, I don't want to say none of us would be here because that insinuates something entirely off topic. But he is the president of St. Francis Brooklyn College, Miguel Martinez Saenz.
My man told me to take my time. He doesn't get to realize that I take my time. So I want to apologize for being late, but I was trying to beat our Dr. Stanley Bazile's record in the marathon. So I decided to run the Brooklyn Marathon today. That's a lie, OJ, just for the record. I couldn't ride a bicycle 26 miles, so just for the record. I appreciate you believing that, but it ain't gonna happen. But I do wanna give props to Stanley Bazile, who ran to Boston, and he made a respectable time. What was it, 4:45? No, I'm kidding, 3:10. So for those of you who run, you know, he's humming. So anyway, I wanna say just a couple things real quick about my Air Jordans, right, Chris Mills? You know, my Air Jordans cost $100 with tax. My suede starters jacket says Raiders in the back. But no, really, I want to say one thing. I want y'all to appreciate something about what you've got. And I talk to corporations all the time, and I don't think sometimes you leverage your experience. And this isn't a criticism. I'm trying to get you to see how important it is. When I talk to Morgan Stanley, when I talk to U.S. Bank, when I talk to Deloitte, when I talk to Cerberus, who's funding us now, SMP, when I go to NYU Langone, Maimonides, they want athletes. They want Division I athletes, and they want to hire you. And so one of the things I want to make sure you see is that you got to excel in this space, but you got to excel in the classroom, because other things being equal, if everything's equal and you're a Division I athlete, you're getting the nod. And sometimes y'all don't appreciate that. The other thing I want you to appreciate is that you've got to get in these spaces and build social capital. It's critical important that you meet folks. Folks want to meet you. Some of you in your seasons are a little difficult to get into these spaces, but you got to do that. You got to do that. And so as I get you to think about that, I want you to think about this last thing. I was talking yesterday to some prospective students, and I want you to understand that people that excel are fully passionate about what they do. And so you gotta find something in a lane that you're fully passionate about. And I just used a story yesterday about the greatest quarterback of all time, who I hate. Just for the record, I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. So, woo, she said we're terrible. But Tom Brady is a guy that I have loved to hate my whole life. But what I wanna say to you is this about Tom Brady that I respect. He's always the best prepared person on the field. Nobody watches more film than him. And what I urge you to start thinking about is how do you apply that outside of the court so that you can take it to the next level, both on the field but off the field. So I want to say congratulations. I look forward to engaging again next year and seeing what it has to offer. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, President Sines. Now to the Athletic Department Award winners. Our Administrator of the Year is presented annually to a full-time member or members of the St. Francis College community outside of the athletic department, recognizing extraordinary contributions to our athletic programs, coaches, and student athletes. This year's recipients personify the Spirit Award in more ways than one. Candace Abelard, Natasha Edwards, and the Office of Health Promotions and Wellness have been right there at the forefront and behind the scenes for all of our coaches, staff, and student athletes in more ways than we can count, especially these past few years. This office over the last 2 years has been essential to the inner workings of the athletic department and all our student athletes, as mental health continues to be at the forefront of so many of our student athletes, coaches, and staff's daily conversations. And they've helped all of us by making this a daily conversation. They've been there for us the whole time, through every challenging and exciting moment, all the ups and downs of the pandemic and the last 2 years, transitioning from fully remote to hybrid, then back in person, and so much more. We felt a roller coaster of emotions these last 2 years, but that roller coaster has been kept in perspective by their department, and we cannot possibly ever thank them enough. Candace, Natasha, their staff, working to build up a team to help meet with student athletes in individual and team settings, and are always there to lend a helping hand when someone needs an ear to listen. We want to present the Administrator of the Year Award to some of the unsung heroes who work alongside everyone in the athletic department. The Office of Health Promotions and Wellness, led by Natasha Edwards and Candace Abelard, and Dean Basile, fresh off his marathon run, will come up and accept on their behalf. Apparently, he has already accepted said award. And we move on to the Ed Aquiloni Spirit Award, first awarded in 2007, commemorating the retirement of Mr. Aquiloni, former Director of Athletics and longtime supporter and friend of St. Francis College. The award is given to a non-athletic participating member of the college community whose spirit and enthusiasms provided an exceptional level of support to all the Terrier student athletes and teams. Our recipient this year, Dr. Arnold Spar, Professor Emeritus. Dr. Spar, a favorite among the history professors, a long-standing supporter of our student athletes here at St. Francis. And in his more than 25 years at SFC, he's taught many of our student athletes and alumni, including some current coaches and staff. Now, odds are, if you've taken a history class here, Dr. Spar's had a part in it. And if you've been lucky enough to take his walking history class of New York City, you walk the streets and learn about the impact he's had on our community. If you have yet to have the chance to take his class, sign up. Dr. Spar, an avid marathon runner, before the pandemic, a regular in the fitness center. This past year, he was a regular in the stands for many athletic events, even traveled most recently to Flushing to catch the men's and women's tennis teams in competition. Thank you, Dr. Spar, for over 25 years supporting our student athletes. And we hope to see you at many more events in the future. Congrats again, Dr. Arnold Spar. Apparently, I need to read faster. Our St. Francis College Scholar Athlete of the Year awards go to 2 student athletes, 1 male and 1 female. The criteria for these awards is simple. The recipients are student athletes who completed their athletic eligibility, have been Terriers for at least 3 years, and on the highest cumulative grade point averages through the end of the fall semester. Our female Scholar Athlete of the Year, an elite athlete and student from the women's swimming and diving team, named to the Dean's List and NEC Commissioner's Honor Roll every year she's been with the Terriers. She'll be graduating next month with a double major in management and information technology, all while carrying an impressive GPA of 3.986. Hane Romstead. Now to our male Scholar Athlete of the Year, an elite athlete and student from the men's soccer team. Also named to the Dean's List and NEC Commissioner's Honor Roll every year, he was a Terrier, taking his skills beyond the soccer field and classroom by creating an impressive online presence with his blog about being a Division I student athlete, which began during the pandemic. He graduated back in January, having completed a double major in IT and economics finance, finishing his time at St. Francis with a 3.993 cumulative GPA. A familiar face up on this stage and on campus, a staple of leadership, professional development, and networking programs here at SFC, who beyond his tremendous impact on the pitch has exemplified what it means to be a student athlete at St. Francis, Brooklyn. He has shared his ups and downs openly with our community, helping strengthen and support all his fellow classmates and community. Again, Ridwan Hanan. We are truly lucky to have them out in the world representing St. Francis and our student athletes every day. And Ridwan, don't go too far. We hope to have you as a regular speaker for our student athletes in the future. As we're celebrating all of you this afternoon, our student athletes, we want to highlight two individuals who've excelled not only in their areas of competition, but also for all they do each and every day, representing what it means to be a Terrier. Our female Student Athlete of the Year overcame physical setbacks to lead the women's basketball team to a record-setting season. The Terriers ended the year a best ever second place regular season NEC finish. She's an all-around player from the point guard position, third on the team in scoring, number one in assists, and as close to automatic as you can be from the free throw line, hitting more than 93% of her foul shots. Second team All-NEC at the conclusion of the season, and as impressive as she was on the court, just as impressive in the classroom, needing only 3 years to complete her bachelor's in management. We congratulate our female Student Athlete of the Year, Nevena Dmitrievich. Another one we could have just gotten a chair for. She could have sat up here all day. Now to our male Student Athlete of the Year, who made history as the first Terrier in school history to be selected in the Super Draft by Major League Soccer. He was the NEC Player of the Year with 13 goals, 6 of which wound up being the decisive tally in Terrier victories. He concluded his 3-year career with 21 goals, 4 assists, 8 game-winning tallies, and has now joined the top developmental team for the MLS Cup champions who play their home games at St. John's. That's NYCFC. We congratulate our male Student Athlete of the Year, Mehdi Yusufi. Now to the Director's Award. It's a team honor that's presented to the men's and women's teams whose members combine to carry the highest cumulative grade point averages at the conclusion of the most recent fall semester. We want to first congratulate the fine student athletes on both the men's and women's golf teams. Although they could not compete this year, they represented us well in the classroom and in the community. The members of the men's team owned a GPA combined 3.701. The members of the women's teams had a combined GPA of 3.602. Now, among the men's teams, the third highest team GPA belongs to the tennis team at 3.423. The second highest team GPA, the water polo team, 3.473. The Directors Award winners among men's teams will go to our newest program on campus, who finished with a combined GPA of 3.675. Congratulations, men's volleyball. Accepting on their behalf, as he's been doing pretty much all day, Derek Trung. Now, among the women's teams, the third highest team GPA, the soccer squad, whose members combined for a 3.445 GPA. In second place, swimming and diving, with a compiled GPA of 3.618. And finally, congratulations to our Women's Director Award winners by virtue of their 3.655 composite GPA, women's basketball. I want to congratulate all of our award winners today. Now, as we all know, St. Francis College is moving forward, and so, of course, is the athletic department. But before we embark on our final semester of athletics here on Remsen Street, we want to take a look back at some of our favorite moments from our last 6 decades here. To the video screens, please.
Guys, my name is Sage. I'm on the women's soccer team.
Hi, my name is Jessica Book.
My name is Juan Marin.
Hi, my name is Chris Mills.
My favorite memory from 180 Remsen Street.
My favorite memory Remsen Street. My favorite memory from 180 Remsen Street.
Doing long runs with my teammates and competing against each other, making it a race when we're doing our mileage.
Being a part of the first women's soccer program.
Our George Mason win here, it was a 5-setter, our first EIVA win in the arena, and it was a great game.
With these guys right here in this photo, we had a great 4 years running here, but I think one thing that stands out is us coming back from a cross-country race, probably this one right here in this photo, and coming up here to just kick it and relax up here on the roof after a long day on the cross-country course.
My favorite memory here on Remsen Street is all the dance parties I had with my friends and the volleyball team.
Just the people itself, about like just coming into this environment, walking down the street, every time you walk into the building, you feel positive energy no matter what.
Having my team and the school as a support system that I know that I will have a relationship with them forever.
Going to the weight room with my teammates, we always amp each other up to be the best athlete we can be. Arriving here from New Zealand and meeting so many people from so many different cultural backgrounds.
Week I spent with my whole team, the last week of swimming for me. I think we had fun, we got to bond a little bit more, and yeah.
Women's basketball team beat Michigan State 66-63.
Kicked out, 2 seconds left for overtime. No good! It's over! The Terriers pull off the shocker!
And I remember after the game I was working it,
After that, we all went out to celebrate. It was very fun.
We got to play manhunt in the building after hours. It was so much fun. We tricked a bunch of people, hit on a bunch of different floors. It is something I will never forget.
We had a dodgeball tournament, and I was the last man standing, and I was able to get their best player out.
Terrier Tuesday, after all the COVID stuff happened, it was just fun to be back with everybody in the school.
Attending the women's basketball game against Bryant.
Being able to compete with my family at competition.
A lot of memories in this building, a lot of memories on this site, a lot of memories made over the past year, and I believe we're going to look back on some of the highlights from this past season. From Brooklyn Heights, Brooklyn, New York, USA, St. Francis, Brooklyn, Terriers are back.
We came a long way.
Kendra Russ finds a way.
And I could do all things. I could do all things.
Rivera, Max Terriers. And St. Francis, for the first time since 2015, has defeated Central Connecticut State.
I'm not afraid of the moment. I'm not afraid, I can't hold it. I gotta show them. Gotta get up in the morning. I gotta do it for Kobe. Lately I'm on it. Lately I know I'm going. Taking whatever
Keeper is out. And Yusufi puts it in the back of the net.
Long shot from distance. What a goal! A fantastic strike puts the Terriers in front.
Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things, and I can do all things, and I can do all things.
To the post, and it is in! The equalizer from Pavuskovic.
I can do all things, yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things, I can do all things, I can do all things.
2 seconds left for overtime. No good. It's over. The Terriers pull off the shocker. They knock off Michigan State 66-63.
And that's the most dangerous statement. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say.
Oh, good hand.
Nev with the steal. Trying to outrun Perkins. Drops it off with an look and a pretty finish.
Varga hoists it.
Cubbage to tie or win. 4 seconds. Spins. Hits.
Whoa!
Tie game.
2-4, and I know what I'm good for. Yeah, cause we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I
This will be Hoyos again. Off the blocks and good. Mogden put it over, and the Terriers win in 5.
And I can do all things. I can
Chandler
do all things.
puts it wide, and it's over.
And that's what the song say. And I can do
it
all
again.
things. I can do all things. I can do all things. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things.
2022 conference champion, a new league record from St. Francis College, Daniel Mateus Santos.
And I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things.
Let's give special thanks to our athletic communications department staff and all the students and staff for sharing your favorite memories. As a guy who appeared on several of those calls, I really am. I'm humbled to be a part of everything you guys do here and gals. And with all the administrators and all the coaches who've helped out along the way, thank you all. And the players, the trainers, the support staff, thank you all. We want to continue to make new memories as we move ourselves forward. And let's never forget the memories that we've made here on Remsen Street. Thank you all for all you've done. We look forward to what you'll continue to do both on and off the fields of competition. If I can take 1 second, because he couldn't join us in person today, I want to wish my Terrier Sports Network basketball analyst, Slice Rorson, all the best as he recovers from a horrific car crash in Miami a couple of months ago. Slice, our thoughts are with you and your family. I think we've had enough today, right? Let's go out and enjoy a nice Sunday. Thank you all for attending this year's Student Athlete Banquet. Please arrive home safely. Good luck with the remainder of the semester. Kick some butt on your finals. And we'll see you on Livingston Street next year.